Imagine this, you've spent weeks trying to learn something new, playing guitar, programming, cooking, and it feels like you're getting nowhere. What if I told you there's a way to learn twice as fast, with half the frustration? Sounds impossible. I'm about to show you exactly how to master any skill, and here's the best part. It's easier than you think. The biggest mistake people make when learning is spending too much time on theory. They read 10 books before even trying to do something. Listen to this. Mastering a skill isn't about how much you know, it's about how much you do. If you're just watching tutorials or taking notes, guess what? You're not learning, you're procrastinating. Learning happens when you take action, not when you just observe. Let's start with a hard truth. The main reason most people take so long to learn something isn't a lack of talent or intelligence, it's the method. When you try to learn something new, what's your first approach? Most people dive headfirst into a flood of information, endless tutorials, hours of reading, trying random things without a clear plan. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose. There's just too much, and you end up feeling more lost than when you started. One big mistake almost everyone makes is confusing activity with progress. For example, someone learning to play guitar might spend weeks just practicing isolated chords, but never tries playing a full song. Or someone learning a language focuses solely on grammar, but never attempts to speak a simple sentence in daily life. The result? You spend a lot of time, but see little real progress. It's frustrating, discouraging, and often leads people to give up. But why does this happen? The answer lies in how our brain works. When we try to learn everything at once, we create a cognitive overload. The brain becomes overwhelmed with irrelevant or poorly organized information, making it harder to form clear and quick connections. It's like trying to put together a puzzle without knowing what the final picture looks like. Here's the good news. To overcome this obstacle, you don't need to work harder, you need to work smarter. And that's exactly what we'll explore in the next segment. We'll uncover the secret that the most successful learners use to accelerate their progress and break this frustrating cycle once and for all. Did you know that just 20% of your efforts can generate 80% of your results? This is the Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule, and it can completely transform how you learn any skill. You don't need to know everything. Identify the most important 20%, the steps or concepts that will truly make a difference. For example, when learning piano, instead of spending months memorizing every scale and sheet music, focus on the basic chords and patterns that are found in most popular songs. With this approach, you'll be playing multiple melodies in just a few days. The same applies to languages. Did you know that just 100 words make up 50% of everyday communication in any language? Master these keywords before diving into complex grammar rules. You can apply this principle by asking yourself one simple question. What are the few essential elements that will have the biggest impact on my progress? Research. Observe those who have already mastered the skill and cut out the excess. This way, you'll learn faster and with less frustration. Finally, identifying the essentials is just the first step. Knowing what to focus on is important, but it's not enough. The next step is learning how to practice strategically and ensure you're heading in the right direction. Picture this. Two people are trying to learn how to draw. The first spends hours aimlessly sketching, while the second focuses on drawing basic shapes like circles and lines, always with a clear goal, such as improving symmetry or line control. Who do you think will progress faster? The answer is obvious, the one who practices with purpose. Deliberate practice has two key elements, clarity and focus. Simply repeating something over and over won't make you better. You need to break the skill into smaller parts, identify your weaknesses, and work on them directly. For instance, if you're learning to swim, instead of just swimming laps endlessly, focus on improving your breathing technique or refining your leg movements, one specific goal at a time. But here's what amplifies practice: feedback. Many people make the mistake of practicing blindly, with no idea if they're on the right track. It's like trying to hit a target while blindfolded. Feedback removes that blindfold. It gives you a clear view of where you're going wrong and how to fix it. Think about how top athletes or musicians progress so quickly. They have coaches, teachers, and mentors, people who guide them and fine-tune their technique in real time. Now, you might not have a coach at your disposal, but you can seek feedback in other ways. Record yourself practicing, compare your performance to experts, or ask someone more experienced for help. The sooner you correct mistakes, the faster you'll improve. And there's more. The cycle of practice and feedback creates a loop of continuous improvement. You try, adjust, try again, and get better. With each repetition, you're not just practicing, you're practicing smarter. That's the secret to exponential progress. First, let's talk about online apps and platforms. Today, we have access to countless tools that make learning and practicing more efficient. You can even turn learning into a highly effective game through challenges, rewards, levels, and achievable goals. These platforms keep your brain engaged. Many of these platforms also offer personalized features like progress tracking, adaptive exercises, and reminders to help you stay consistent. This mix of technology and interactivity allows you to learn strategically and at your own pace, maximizing results without making the process feel overwhelming. In addition, platforms like YouTube offer lessons from experts in virtually any field. The beauty of these platforms lies in the ability to learn from the best in an accessible way and on your own schedule. Another indispensable tool is podcasts and audiobooks. They're perfect for learning while doing other activities, like commuting, working out, or even cooking. This way, you can turn what would be idle time into valuable learning time. Best of all, you can gain insights and strategies from experts without needing to sit down in front of a computer or book. A similarly powerful strategy is using productivity methods like Pomodoro or time blocking. These techniques help you optimize your study time by including short breaks that boost productivity and prevent mental fatigue. For example, using a timer to focus fully for 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break, can work wonders for your focus and retention. If you're looking to truly speed up the process and master any skill 10 times faster, one of the most effective techniques is the rapid immersion method. By fully immersing yourself in the skill you want to learn, you create an environment where your brain adapts much more quickly. This means practicing intensively and immersively in a focused way, free from distractions, to accelerate your learning curve. Now it's up to you. All these ideas and strategies only make sense if you take action. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It never comes. Pick that skill you've been dreaming of learning and take the first step today. Forget perfection. Focus on progress. You don't need to master everything right now. Just start with the essentials. Move forward a little each day, and you'll see results sooner than you imagine. The only thing standing between you and what you want to achieve is starting. You already have the map, the tools, and the method. Now the choice is yours. Remember, fast and effective learning isn't a secret. It's a strategy that's accessible to everyone, and you're already on the right path.